What's up, movie fans? I'm the Master of Movies, Clay from the Hills Maniacs, and today I'm going to be bringing you part 4 of my updated DVD and Blu-ray collection video. There will be probably 2 more parts after this, and there were obviously 3 before this. So if you haven't watched any of those, go check those out after this. This will pick up right where the last one left off, and all of these are in alphabetical order. So this will be part of M through part of S, I believe. And I just take the empty cases out of these bins that I have them in, and I'm showing those off. They're empty because I have all my discs in black, like flip cases and stuff, because they're easier to transport when I was in college and stuff. So these are all empty for the most part. There might be some that have like a bonus disc or something in them, but I won't show any of the discs. But I wanted to show the cases because some of them are cool. So I was showing these off. This is part 4. So let's get into this. It's going to start with part of M. So the first one I have here is Minority Report. I got this in a set of random movies. I had wanted to check this out and I never did. I still haven't seen it, but I've heard this one was good, so let me know if you've seen this one. Another one I got in that set of random movies was Miss Congeniality. Again, heard about it but never seen it, still haven't watched it. Probably never will, but I got it in that set. The next one is Miracles from Heaven. This was a pretty good movie. I really enjoyed this. I like a lot of these Christian movies and stuff. These are really good, but this one was really good. Next, classic, Misery. Great Stephen King movie. Never read the book. You can't watch a book. Never read the book, but really good movie. You know, it's about this author who his biggest fan is a psycho lady played by Kathy Bates, and she ends up like kidnapping him, forcing him to write a book or change the ending or something. And it's really good concept for a book and movie, and really good movie. Really weird, but really good. A lot of Stephen King stuff is like that, though. You know, weird but good. Next, I have the Mission Impossible 6 movie collection, or, well, 5 movie. This one has the first 5. And it has, so Mission Impossible 2, 3, Ghost Protocol, and Rogue Nation. I've seen all 5 of these, and personally, I think they get better as they go. The first one I was confused by a lot. I had to rewatch it a couple times before I figured out exactly why it made sense. But I think they get better as they go. And then, of course, Mission Impossible Fallout, which was probably the best of the Mission Impossible movies. And I think they're making another one, or they were talking about making another one. So I'll probably watch that when it comes out. But I really enjoy this series of movies. They're kind of Tom Cruise's James Bonds, if you will. Next is The Mist from Stephen King. Haven't seen this. I've heard great things about this. Again, never read the book. If you can't tell, I don't read much. But I do want to check this one out. Let me know if you guys have seen this, what you thought of it, if you've seen it, because I've heard it was really good. Next are some wrestling ones. This is The Miz, A-List Superstar. This is a documentary on my favorite WWE superstar, The Miz. I don't care if you hate me for saying that. He is the best superstar in WWE. Next, I have some Money in the Bank stuff, which is also wrestling. Money in the Bank 2011 and 2015. These are the pay-per-views. And then I have the Money in the Bank anthology, which comes in this cool like briefcase type thing, which is really cool. So this goes till 2010, I believe, when they stopped doing them at WrestleMania. Really cool set. And then I have Money in the Bank 2020, when they were going through COVID stuff, and yeah, I just picked it up because it was a Money in the Bank thing. Next is Money Plane. I hadn't heard of this, and then I saw it in Walmart, and it has Kelsey Grammer's in it, but Adam Copeland is a WWE superstar known as Edge. One of my favorite WWE superstars. So I wanted to check this out because I didn't know he was in a movie. This came out pretty recently, I think, too, like a couple years ago or something, 1920, I think. So I did want to check that out, but haven't gotten around to seeing that yet. Next is Monster House. This was a really weird movie, but pretty fun, I guess, in a way. This guy's wife dies and her spirit ends up becoming the house, and he's the only one can calm her down. And it was a really weird movie, but I kind of enjoyed it. It does get kind of creepy if you're a kid, though, watching it and you see this creepy old dude come running out of his house. This next one is Monsters. This was at Dollar Tree. It seemed interesting. I haven't watched it yet, but it was only $1, so I picked it up. Next is Monsters University. This one I have seen. I like Monsters Inc. better, but this is a prequel to Monsters Inc. Still a good movie, but I like Monsters Inc. better than this one. Monsters vs. Aliens. I picked this up from my DreamWorks collection. I've seen parts of this, but I haven't watched the full movie. And then we have Monty Python's The Meaning of Life. I have some other ones on Blu-ray of Monty Python stuff. This one was a weird one. I didn't really enjoy this that much. Next, we have a Best Picture winner, Moonlight. I picked this up because it is a Best Picture winner, and I was trying to get all of them so I could watch them and review them. I haven't watched this one yet, but I know it won Best Picture. Mahershala Ali, I think, was nominated for this. I don't think he won for this, but I heard it was a good movie, so I'll probably check it out at some point and review it. This next one I wanted to see when it came out in theaters, and never got around to watching it. Picked it up on DVD, still haven't watched it. That's Mortal Engines. I've heard mixed things about this. Hugo Weaving's in this. It looked interesting, wanted to watch it. Again, never got around to it, so let me know if you've seen that one, what you thought of it. Next, we have Mortal Kombat, the trilogy, I think. Yeah, the triple feature, so there's 3 of them. You have Mortal Kombat, the widescreen edition, I think like the original one, then Mortal Kombat Annihilation and Mortal Kombat Legacy. Haven't seen any of these, never played Mortal Kombat, so I don't know anything about these. And then this one I did see is the newest Mortal Kombat movie. I really liked it for it being a movie. I don't know how accurate it is to the game and stuff because I never played it, but I liked it for an overall movie. A lot of similarities to Shang-Chi, which came out after this. Just the stuff with his father and stuff, but it was still a pretty fun movie. For having never played the video games, it was a pretty good movie. This next one came in that set of random movies, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. Never seen this, heard different things about it, so I don't know if I'll ever watch it or not. Next one is Mr. Peabody and Sherman. Picked this up for the DreamWorks collection. Never watched it though. Mr. Popper's Penguins. Another one I've seen bits and pieces of, but haven't watched this in full. I do remember liking the parts I saw there, so I might have to go through and rewatch that at some point. Next is The Mule. I believe this was the most recent Clint Eastwood movie. This was from 2018. He might have had one after this, but I never saw this one. I never really got into Clint Eastwood stuff, but I have seen a couple of his things and really enjoyed them, so I'll probably check this one out at some point. But I heard this was good. I just haven't watched it. The next one is The Mummy, the collector's set. So this has The Mummy Returns, and The Scorpion King. I've seen The Mummy. Haven't seen the other 2. I heard The Scorpion King sucks. So I don't know if I'll watch that or not, but I've seen The Mummy. I had a good time with the first one, but so there's The Mummy collector's set. Next is a movie I really enjoyed. This is Murder on the Orient Express. I've seen this, I think 4 times now. And we talked about this on the channel before Death on the Nile came out, which is a sequel to this. I like this one better than Death on the Nile, but I still had fun with Death on the Nile. Um, this is obviously the remake of Murder on the Orient Express. There was one back in the day, in like the 70s or something. But huge cast of people, and Kenneth Branagh playing Hercule Poirot. Really good detective movie, and just really fun. Even knowing who did it, I still enjoyed this, and I've seen it like 4 times, like I said, and I saw it in theaters, which was even better. These next couple also came from the set of random movies. Music and Lyrics, haven't seen it, don't know much about it. And My Big Fat Greek Wedding, another one that I don't came in that set, and I don't know much about it. Nacho Libre, this was a really funny movie. Jack Black pretending to be like a luchador wrestler thing. Really funny movie. Definitely check that one out if you like Jack Black. Nancy Drew and the Hidden Staircase. Seemed interesting. I guess Nancy Drew is trying to solve a mystery, I guess, and yeah, so something like that. But she it's like a mystery thing, so I picked it up. Haven't watched it yet though. Next is the 4-movie Laugh Pack. It's got National Lampoon's Animal House, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Dazed and Confused, and Weird Science. I've seen Animal House, haven't seen the other 3, but I heard they're really funny, so I'll have to check those out at some point. But really enjoyed Animal House. The next one is National Treasure. I love these movies. I don't care. I know a lot of people hate on these. I don't know if it's because of Nicolas Cage or what, but I really enjoyed this movie. I'm looking forward to the Disney Plus series they have. Now, this one, I like a little bit better, I think, than the first one, but I do really like both of them. National Treasure 2, Book of Secrets. I like both of them, and that series I think will be great. I've been hoping that Disney would make either a 3rd movie or some kind of series or something about National Treasure, because these could keep going, and I really like these. Definitely like Indiana Jones vibes here with National Treasure and National Treasure 2, but really good movies. Next, we have another one from that random set. This is The Natural with Robert Redford. Never seen it, never really even heard of it, so I don't know. I don't know much about it. Next, we have NCIS New Orleans Season 1. I have the first 2 seasons. I don't have the case for the 2nd season right now. But I never got into this as much as some other cop shows. I know they just ended it, and they did a couple crossovers with the regular NCIS stuff, but I bought Season 1 and 2 just in case I wanted to rewatch them, but again, never really got into this like I did the like Law and Order and the original NCIS. I have Near Extinction, Shangri-La. This was another one from the Dollar Tree. It's like an alien invasion movie thing, so I picked it up. Haven't watched it yet, but it was only $1, so how bad could it be? Next is a wrestling one. This is the new and improved DX. This is some of the greatest moments and matches in D-Generation X, which is the tag team name. Really good set. Next of Kin, classic, Patrick Swayze, Adam Baldwin, Helen Hunt, Bill Paxton, Liam Neeson. Really good movie. I had fun with this, and my dad told me to watch this, and we watched it together, and this was a really good movie. If you haven't seen this, definitely check it out. Next of Kin. And it has Liam Neeson in it, so that goes good for my Liam Neeson collection, too. Next is Nicktoons Halloween. So this has some Halloween specials of different Nickelodeon shows. So it has SpongeBob, Rugrats, Rocket Power, Hey Arnold, and Fairly Odd Parents, and Halloween episodes of those. I watched some of these. They're pretty fun. And, of course, SpongeBob being a classic Nickelodeon TV show. Next, we have Night at the Museum. and then I have this copy of the first one, and then I have the complete 3-movie collection here. I like this slipcover with the monkey on the front. But this has all 3 in them. I've seen the first 2, have not seen Secret of the Tomb. I really like the first one on Battle of the Smithsonian, and again, haven't seen the third one. So I have 2 copies of the first one, though, because I bought the set after I already had the other one. But really good movie. Next is another wrestling one. This is Night of Champions 2008. This is a pay-per-view show, so there's pretty good matches on this. Next is Night Passage. This has James Stewart. Never seen this, but it's like a Western movie, so I'll probably watch it at some point. But yeah, it has James Stewart in it. Next is Night Zero, another one of those like Dollar Tree ones. I think this is like an end of the world apocalypse type of thing. And I think there's like zombies or something in it, so seemed interesting. Haven't watched it yet, but again, only $1. The next one also came in that set of random movies, Nights in Rodanthe. Heard about it, just never watched it. The next one is one of my favorite Disney movies of all time, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Great movie for Halloween or Christmas. And just a unique concept for a movie, and Tim Burton with his, claymation type stuff. Really good movie. I've seen this a lot, and I still really enjoy this. And some of the songs in this movie are great. But really good. If you haven't watched Nightmare Before Christmas, go check it out. Next is Nightmare Shark. This was another one of those like $5 ones from Walmart, I think. Or it was from Dollar Tree or something. But it's a cheesy shark movie, so I'm gonna watch it because it's a cheesy shark movie, and I torture myself by doing that. Now this next one is Nightmares and Dreamscapes, from the stories of Stephen King. I think this is like a series of different stories and stuff from Stephen King. I picked it up because it's Stephen King. I haven't watched it yet, but I do like a lot of his stuff, so I picked it up for that reason. This is Noah, the musical from Sight and Sound. Really good rendition of the Noah story from the Bible. A lot of these Sight and Sound things, we just saw Esther this past Christmas at Sight and Sound Theater in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. They do a great job, these musicals and plays and stuff, so if you're into like Bible stories and stuff, definitely check those out. And if you can check them out in the theater, please do so, because it's really great. Next is Nobody. Heard great things about this. Picked it up. Wanted to see it in theaters. Didn't. Picked it up. Still haven't watched it, but heard good things about it. Next is Nonstop. Another Liam Neeson movie. One of my favorites, actually. He's an air marshal, and he gets framed for different crimes or something, stealing something or whatever. I forget what exactly it is. But one of my favorite Liam Neeson movies. Like I said, I love most of the stuff he's in. I don't think I've seen one yet that I haven't liked. But really good Liam Neeson movie. Definitely check that one out. This next one is North by Northwest. This has one of those numbered Warner Brothers cases. I was trying to pick up all the movies I could that had these cool cases from Warner Brothers, but haven't seen this movie yet. Nosferatu. This is the season 1. Haven't watched this show, but it's about Nosferatu the vampire, I think, and it's probably like I haven't heard many people talk about this, so I don't know if it's good or not, and I haven't seen it. I don't know if it's still on TV. Don't know much about it, but it looked interesting, so I picked it up. I just haven't watched it yet. And then I have The Nothing. This guy is basically struggling to find his relationship with God and stuff, and things happen, and people end up with him, and they get trapped somewhere and stuff. I got this at a Christian bookstore, so Haven't watched it yet, but it does seem interesting, so I grabbed that. The next one is a 2-pack of Now You See Me and Now You See Me 2. Heard good things about both of these. Never seen either one of them, but some great cast in at least the first one. Haven't seen either one of these though, so let me know if you've seen these, because I do want to check these out. I don't know why I haven't yet. This next one is Oblivion. I've heard mixed things on this again. It has this really cool slip cover. It is green. That is not the camera. It is actually green. It's supposed to glow in the dark. Don't know if it does, because these don't stay in my room. But haven't watched this, but heard it was really good. So Morgan Freeman, Tom Cruise. I'll probably watch it at some point. This next one also came in that set. This is Ocean's 12. Haven't seen any of the Ocean's movies. Never really cared, but I've seen parts of the newest one with the all women. Was that Ocean's 11 or whatever? Never saw this though, so I didn't really care to either. Next is Octopussy, another James Bond one. This one has Roger Moore in it. I said before, I haven't seen that many James Bond films. I have at least one on DVD from each actor who's played James Bond, and I talked about this before when I showed some of the other ones. I've seen Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace, and I just got No Time to Die on DVD. Haven't watched it yet, but heard mixed things about it. Haven't watched this one. I've only seen those two, so I never really got into like James Bond and stuff, so I was just kind of buying them on DVD as I went. So I didn't buy like the complete series or anything, but who knows, maybe I'll trade them in and buy the new one. Officer Down. This seemed like an interesting movie. I don't know. It seemed interesting. I picked it up. Haven't watched it, but it was cheap, so I grabbed it. This next one is Old, from M. Night Shyamalan. Heard good things and do want to check this out. I guess these people get stuck on a beach or something, and the beach ends up aging them quicker than they should, and so they die a lot quicker, and they're trying to figure out how to get off of this island or beach or whatever. So at least that's what I think it's about. But I haven't seen it, so let me know if you've seen that one, because I do want to check that one out. Next is All of the Other Reindeer. Really good Christmas movie here. I always enjoyed this. I always had fun with this. We had this on VHS and watched it, where a dog becomes a reindeer for Santa. So really fun movie. The dog Olive is voiced by Drew Barrymore. Really fun movie though. This next one is a 2-pack. Olympus Has Fallen and White House Down. Seen both of these. Pretty much the same movie. White House Down is the cheaper, less exciting version of Olympus Has Fallen, I feel like, even though it has Channing Tatum and Jamie Foxx. And I picked this up for White House Down because I do have another copy of Olympus Has Fallen on Blu-ray, which you'll see when I show my Blu-rays. But I've seen Olympus Has Fallen and White House Down. Could care less about White House Down. This next one is another wrestling one. This is OMG, the top 50 incidents in WWE history. Obviously not including anything now, because this came out in like 2011. So some of the greatest like wow moments of the WWE. Only the Brave. Heard good things about it, and again haven't checked it out. Great cast though. And I think is it a war movie or like they were firefighters, and heard it was really good, and do want to check it out. Just haven't gotten around to it yet. Next is Open Water 3 Cage Dive. I haven't seen this, but it's a shark movie, and I heard it sucked, but if it's anything like the original two, it probably does. I haven't seen those either, but I've seen people say that they suck. But they're shark movies, so I'm going to buy them and I'm going to watch them eventually. Who knows, maybe for Shark Week. But haven't watched any of these. I have all of them somewhere. I think they're on Blu-ray. Next is Orca. This is basically another Jaws movie. It's about a killer whale, though, who tracks down Richard Harris, the original Dumbledore, for killing his wife and son, I think, or wife and child. It's an orca. It's a killer whale. But they remember, and he tracks him down and ends up fighting against him and stuff. So that's kind of cool. Really good movie, though, for coming out in '77. Gave me a lot of Jaws vibes, because I think it's supposed to be that like horror type thing like Jaws. Not as good as Jaws, but still really good movie. This next one also came in that set of random movies. This is The Other Man. Liam Neeson, Antonio Banderas, and Laura Linney. Haven't seen this, but it's got Liam Neeson, so I'll probably watch it because I love most of his movies. And then Ouija Shark, another cheesy shark movie that I buy because it's a cheesy shark movie, so leave me alone. Alright, the next one I have is The Outsider. This is a series, also by Stephen King. That's why I picked it up. Haven't watched it, but it's Stephen King, so I wanted to try to get as much of his stuff as possible to watch it, because I do like a lot of his stuff. But I think Ben Mendelsohn is in this. Yes. Ben Mendelsohn's in this, and haven't watched it. But it's based off of Stephen King, and it's an HBO original series. So I'll probably check it out at some point, but I just picked it up mainly because it was a Stephen King thing. And then The Outsiders, which was a movie not by Stephen King, Francis Ford Coppola. Good movie. I did watch this one. This is an older one. It's got a lot of people in it. C. Thomas Howell, Matt Dillon, Ralph Macchio, Patrick Swayze, Rob Lowe, and Diane Lane. And then Emilio Estevez, Tom Cruise, Leif Garrett. So a lot of big names in this movie, and it was a really good movie. Next is Overcomer. This is another one of those Christian, spiritual movies and stuff, where this girl thinks she's trying to win a race, thinks she can't do it. Things happen. She finds faith and then ends up winning the race and stuff. Really good movie from the Kendrick brothers. I like a lot of their movies. This one was really good. Next is Overlord. Have not seen this. Directed by J.J. Abrams. Heard good things, wanted to check it out, and just haven't gotten around to it. This next one I got as a Disney Movie Reward mystery DVD. This is Oz the Great and Powerful. Never seen it, never really cared to, but I got it as, for points, for Disney Movie rewards back when they gave out mystery DVDs and Blu-rays. They don't do that anymore, but I just kept it because of that, and it's a Disney movie, so it goes good with my Disney collection. The next one is Pacific Rim. Have not seen this, heard mixed things on it. And then Pacific Rim Uprising, another one that I've heard pretty bad things about, but I do kind of want to check these out. I just haven't gotten around to them yet. Let me know if you guys have seen them, what you guys thought of the Pacific Rim movies. Next is Pale Door. This was really cheap at Walmart, I think. It's a Shudder movie, so it's a horror movie. Seemed interesting. Picked it up. I haven't watched it. You're going to hear me say that a lot throughout these things. I buy these movies with the intent to watch them, and then just for some reason never watch them. Next is Paranoia. This one I got at Dollar Tree. A lot of big names in this one too. Gary Oldman, Liam Hemsworth, Harrison Ford, Amber Heard. So sounded interesting. Picked it up. Haven't seen it. If you've seen this, let me know what you thought, because it did sound really good. This next one I bought because it won Best Picture. I tried to watch it. I just couldn't. I don't know. It was just something about this. It won Best Picture, and I was just bored out of my mind. I was going to review it on this channel, and I tried to watch it. That's Parasite. I don't know. I know a lot of people like it, but it just wasn't my thing. I don't like movies where I have to read subtitles. Um, I got it because it won Best Picture, so I wanted to add it to the collection, but I couldn't watch this. I tried. I really did. It was just boring for me. Next is Passenger 57, Wesley Snipes. Got this for cheap at a collectibles store. Haven't seen it though. I've heard good things about it, so I'll probably watch that at some point. Next is The Passion of the Christ. Another, Christian movie, obviously. Directed by Mel Gibson. Really good movie telling the story of Jesus and his crucifixion and stuff. Really good movie. Next, I got at that collectibles store, also, at a different time than Passenger 57. This is Pathfinder unrated. I don't know. It looked cool. I had never heard of it. Cool little slip cover. It seemed interesting. I think it's like Vikings or Romans or something. Yeah, Vikings. So, sounded cool. Picked it up. Haven't watched it, but it was like $3. Next is Patriot Games with Harrison Ford. Heard good things. Haven't seen it. Patriots Day I have seen. This is about the, the Boston Marathon bombing. Really good movie. I liked a lot of these ones that Mark Wahlberg was doing based on like true stories and stuff. This one and I think Deepwater Horizon were my two favorites of his that he did like this, which you'll see Deepwater Horizon on Blu-ray. But really good movie. If you haven't seen this, check it out because I really enjoyed that. Paul Blart Mall Cop. I had a fun time with this. I thought it was really funny, really creative and clever, and Kevin James does a great job in this. I really enjoyed this. Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, I could, it's whatever. But I think they're planning on making a third one, so who knows. But the first one is definitely a really fun movie. Next is a wrestling one. This is Payback 2015, the pay-per-view. Next came in that set of random movies. This is Paycheck. Don't know much about it. It's got Uma Thurman, Aaron Eckhart, Ben Affleck. Haven't seen it. Never really heard about it. Came out in 2003. Who knows? I kept it because it came in that set, but I've never seen it. And then the next one is the Peanuts 2-movie collection. It says Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown, and Bon Voyage, Charlie Brown. I bought it with the intent to watch it. Never really got into like the Charlie Brown stuff, but who knows? Maybe I'll watch it at some point. Next, we have Peanuts Holiday Collection Anniversary Edition. This has it's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, and a Charlie Brown Christmas with some extra bonus stuff. Again, never really got into the Peanuts movies, but who knows? Maybe I'll watch them. This next one I picked up for the DreamWorks collection, and this is Penguins of Madagascar. I have seen this. Well, I saw the show. I shouldn't say I've seen this because I haven't seen this movie. They had a TV show on this on Nickelodeon, I think. I liked the show. Picked this up. Haven't watched this. Next, I have Penn and Teller BS Season 1. They basically, I guess, take things and try to prove that they're lying. I guess is what they're trying to do. This was Season 1. Haven't watched this though, but Penn and Teller, funny magicians and stuff, so check out their stuff. And then Season 2, haven't watched either one of those. Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief, really good movie, and again, never read the books, but I really enjoyed this for what it was. And then Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters, I also saw. I didn't enjoy this one as much. Could do without this one, but the first one I really enjoyed. Pet Sematary and Pet Sematary 2. Seen the first one. Classic Stephen King. Really good movie. Pet Sematary 2 I've seen parts of and then just kind of didn't care. I got bored because it's basically the same thing. Like the kid's mother gets killed and they try to bring her back to life and then bad things happen. But really enjoyed the first one. Classic Stephen King. And then the remake, haven't seen it. Don't know how good it is. Heard mixed things on it, but haven't seen it yet. Peter Rabbit. Don't know why I picked this one up. I really don't. Probably just because it's a movie. The next one came in that set of random movies. This is Phantom of the Opera. Never seen it. Heard about it, just never saw it. Pilgrim's Progress 2. This has Liam Neeson in it. I don't know when I got this, but it's another like Christian one. Yeah, haven't seen it though. I did see the original Pilgrim's Progress. Pink Panther. This is the Steve Martin version, not the original Pink Panther. But I've seen this. Really like this this movie. You know, his Inspector Clouseau. So yeah, really good, fun comedy type movie. Next, I have Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man's Chest. I have another copy of this on Blu-ray with the rest of them, so I don't know why I still have this, because I don't need this. I have them all on Blu-ray. But this one I don't have on Blu-ray, and that's Dead Men Tell No Tales. I only picked this one up because it's part of the Pirates of the Caribbean series. These movies, for me, the first one was great, the second one was great. After that, I could care less. I don't know why they needed 5 of these. I haven't seen this one, so I don't know. But I heard it wasn't good. I just picked it up because it was part of the Pirates of the Caribbean series. Next is Pixels. This was a fun movie. Adam Sandler, Josh Gad, Kevin James, Michelle Monaghan, Peter Dinklage. Basically, they bring old like video game characters to life and stuff. You know, Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, things like that. Really fun movie. I know a lot of people hate on it, and I don't know why, because I didn't mind it. Next is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. This is in a like literally a cardboard box. The actual case is in here. It came with a little ornament and stuff, which I have somewhere else. Really good Thanksgiving movie, which I initially thought it was a Christmas movie. They even decorated it like Christmas and sold it on Christmas. But still, really good movie. And then next is one of my favorite series, documentary series from BBC Earth. This is Planet Earth. This is what got me started in liking animals and nature and things like that, and narrated by David Attenborough. I love all of these. I said this before. I showed off a couple of these already in previous parts of this collection. I love all of these, so if you're into nature and animals and learning about all that kind of stuff, definitely check out Planet Earth and any of these from BBC, because these are great. They do a great job with these, and this is what got me started wanting to learn more about this kind of stuff. And then Planet Earth 2, another really good one, focusing again on everything on planet Earth and showing off animals and different ones from the first one. Really great series. Love these. Next is the Planet of the Apes Legacy Collection. This is the original five Planet of the Apes movies or series, whatever they were back when they came out, but they're movies now from Fox, which is now owned by Disney. It has Planet of the Apes, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, Escape from Planet of the Apes, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, and Battle for the Planet of the Apes, along with a bonus thing on Behind the Planet of the Apes and how they made this stuff. I've seen all 5 of these. Really enjoy all of these. Really great series. If you haven't seen this, definitely check this out. Really great series. I had fun with those. And then this is another copy of the original Planet of the Apes, which I had bought before I bought the set. And then this next one is a Planet of the Apes 3-film movie. So this has Rise of the Planet of the Apes, which I have another copy of. You'll see later on. Planet of the Apes from 2001 with Mark Wahlberg, directed by Tim Burton. Not the greatest movie, but still, I bought it for that, basically, and then this is another copy of the first one. So really, I have this set just for the 2001 Planet of the Apes movie, even though I have the other 2 already. The 2001 one wasn't that good, but I kept it because it's part of the series, kind of. Next is Planet 51. I remember watching this. I don't know why I picked this up on DVD, though. but I guess I had fun with it when I watched it, but I was younger then. Probably won't rewatch this, but I own it. Pokemon, the first movie, really good Pokemon movie. I never really got into Pokemon as much as some other people did, but I really liked this movie. We had this on VHS. Glad I picked this up on DVD a while ago. Haven't rewatched it since I got it on DVD, but I did like this when I was into Pokemon. Poker Night, this was a Dollar Tree movie about a poker game that goes rogue, about like something along those lines. It is a thriller, so I'll probably watch it, just haven't yet. Next is Polar Express, classic Christmas movie. Seen this a lot. Really good, really fun. Tom Hanks does, I think, 3 or 4 in this. He voices 3 or 4 characters. Really good Christmas movie. If you haven't seen that, check it out. I'm sure they play it on Christmas. Next is Police Academy, another classic. We have seen this one. My mom told us to watch this, so we did, and we really enjoyed this. It was a fun movie. Next is Poltergeist. I never really got into these types of movies. I've never seen this, but I never really wanted to either. This and like Paranormal Activity and stuff, I just never really got into them. So next is Popeye. This was a good movie. Robin Williams as Popeye, and Shelley Duvall as Olive Oyl. I really enjoyed this movie. I watched the animated version too. Postcard Killings with Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Good movie. I enjoyed this. I thought it was a unique concept. He's a cop searching for the person that killed his daughter, I believe. Good movie. I really enjoyed this. Check that one out if you haven't. I had never heard of it either, and then I found it on DVD the one day and we watched it, and it was good. Next is the Predator series. So we have the Predator, which is, or not the Predator. This is Predator, the original one. This is the best one in the series. Predator 2, Predators, whatever. And then speaking of whatever things you could throw away, this piece of trash movie. I only bought this on DVD because I saw it in theaters by myself while I was in college, and I like to put the tickets in the cases. That's why I bought that piece of trash movie. I have these again, the entire set on Blu-ray and Steelbook, so you'll see that later on. Again, but the original is obviously a classic. I have a picture of Predator right behind the camera on the wall. One of my favorite horror like icons. I guess it's more thriller than horror, but whatever. Still, one of my favorite characters is Predator. I think he's just cool looking with the mask and all the technology and stuff. That fourth movie though, that movie sucked. Next is Predator World. I bought this because it has another YouTuber that I watch in this movie. He makes a cameo, I think, or he's part of it or something. It's like an alien invasion movie thing, and it's really weird. Haven't watched it yet, but I bought it because he was talking about it, and I love his stuff. So I bought it for that, but haven't watched it yet. Let me know if you've seen it, though. If you know who I'm talking about. Even if you don't, let me know if you've seen it. But if you know who I'm talking about and you haven't watched his videos, go check out his videos because I really like them. He does DVD hunting and stuff, so really fun channel. Next is The Princess Bride, the 30th anniversary edition. This has like a cardboard thing on the outside. I really enjoyed this movie. I saw this one night. It was like late at night, and I watched this, and I had fun with it. Then I watched it again. Still had fun with it. Picked it up on DVD. Haven't rewatched it since, but I do remember liking this movie. Next came in that set of random movies. These next two, actually. This is The Princess Stallion. Don't know what it is. Never heard of it. And then Proof. Gwyneth Paltrow and Anthony Hopkins and Jake Gyllenhaal. That's all I know about this movie. Don't know what it's about. Next is the Prophecy Collection. Has, is it 5? Yeah, 5 Prophecy movies. Never seen any of them. Christopher Walken. Is he in all of them? I think he is. At least most of them, if not all of them. But yeah, never saw any of those. I just picked it up because it was something different. This next one is Proximity. This is another one of those like real cheap, like alien type movie things or something like that. I've never seen this. Just picked it up because of that. Next came in that set of random movies. P.S. I Love You. Don't know much about it. I've heard people talk about it, but it's got Hilary Swank, Gerard Butler, Lisa Kudrow, Harry Connick Jr., Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and Kathy Bates. So who knows? Maybe it's a good movie. I don't know. Never heard much about it though. This next one is a classic, Psycho. Alfred Hitchcock. Great movie. Classic. You know, when you think of horror, you think of Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, Friday the 13th, Psycho. Really good. One of those old, you know, really good movies. And a glow-in-the-dark slipcover with Norman Bates' face on it. Because, you know, you want to see that in the middle of the night, right? But really good movie. Public Enemies. This was cheap, so I picked it up. I haven't watched this one yet. Johnny Depp, Marion Cotillard, Christian Bale. Great cast. Just never saw this. This next one, they just did an anniversary type thing for it at the Oscars this year. That's Pulp Fiction. Haven't seen this movie. I know it's good. They just did like an anniversary thing for it at the Oscars. They had John Travolta, Uma Thurman, and Samuel L. Jackson. I do need to watch this though, because I know it is a great movie. It did win Best Picture, I believe, too. So, or Best Writing. Sorry, it didn't. It was nominated for Best Picture. It didn't win for Best Picture, but good movie that I haven't watched. Next is The Purge and The Purge Anarchy. I didn't really care about these movies. I just picked this up because they're different. Maybe I'll check them out. Maybe I'll try and watch the whole series. Who knows? But never really got into those. Push Pull Point Pal. This is a Tim Hawkins skit thing. He's or one of his shows, but it's on DVD. He's a Christian comedian. Really funny guy. If you haven't seen any of his stuff, check his stuff out. Really funny guy, and this is just one of his many DVDs, and we've seen all of them, so, or most of them at least. The next one I have is The Quake. This has like a lenticular slipcover where it changes scenes. It's kind of cool. It's about like an earthquake, and it destroys the whole city. I haven't watched it, but it was really cheap and it's got a cool case, so I picked it up. But I do like these like end of the world disaster films. I'm not a psycho, I promise. Next is Quantum of Solace. One of the only 2 James Bond movies I've seen. Now I haven't seen the full thing of this. But I saw the main portions of this movie. Haven't watched the full thing though. And Casino Royale was great. This one I remember liking, but haven't watched the full thing. Next is Race to Witch Mountain. I picked this up because it was a Disney movie. I did watch it at one point, but I'll probably never rewatch it. I just got it because it was a Disney movie. Next is Ragnarok. This was a Dollar Tree movie. Not Thor Ragnarok, just called Ragnarok. I don't know. It was Dollar Tree. Ralph Breaks the Internet. I have not seen this. I didn't even watch Wreck-It Ralph, which you'll see in another part. This was the sequel to Wreck-It Ralph. Haven't seen this though, but it's a Pixar movie. Or a Disney movie, sorry, it's not Pixar. Um, it's a Disney movie, so I picked it up for that. This next one came in that set of random movies, Raising Helen. Don't know anything about it. I don't like to get rid of movies unless I know they are trash or I have multiple versions of them. Ratatouille, really fun Pixar movie. One of my favorites, other than like the Toy Story movies and Monsters Inc. Um, a lot of people hate on this, and I don't know why. I get the concept doesn't make any sense, but really fun Pixar movie about a rat that can cook. Next is The Raven. John Cusack playing Edgar Allan Poe. He has to solve a bunch of murders based off of his stories. I really enjoyed this. We watched this in comm lit class in high school when we did Edgar Allan Poe and read some of his stories. I really enjoyed this. I enjoy Edgar Allan Poe's stories, so to be able to watch a movie about them, I thought it was a great concept at the time. So really good movie. And it's got Brendan Gleeson and Luke Evans, who at the time I didn't know, and I still didn't really know they were in this. I just looked at the back real quick, but so that's kind of cool. John Cusack, Luke Evans, and Brendan Gleeson. Mad-Eye Moody, Gaston, and John Cusack. Next is another wrestling one. This is Raw: The Beginning, the best of seasons 1 and 2. This is the first 2 discs and discs 3 and 4. So it basically shows some of the greatest matches from Monday Night Raw in the first year or two, which was 93. Next is Raya and the Last Dragon. Heard mixed things about it. Haven't seen it yet. Picked it up because it was a Disney movie. I'm trying to get all of them, but haven't watched it yet. Let me know if you've seen it, what you thought of it. Real Steel. This one I really enjoyed. I wish they'd either remake it or do a sequel to this. Either way, Hugh Jackman, great in this movie. Really fun movie. I always enjoyed this. I need to rewatch this though because it's been a while. Next is Rear Window, another really good Alfred Hitchcock movie with James Stewart. Really good movie, and I enjoyed this. The guy's basically in a wheelchair and he sees something, tries to tell the cops about it, and people like come after him and stuff. Really good movie though. Next is The Recall. Haven't seen this. This was at that collectible store. Wesley Snipes. I think that's the only reason I picked it up. But haven't watched this. Let me know if you know anything about that one. Red, another one I got from that collectible store. Heard it was good. A lot of big names in this movie, but haven't seen it yet. Red Dragon, which I got in that set of random movies. It's got Anthony Hopkins, Edward Norton, Ray Fiennes, Harvey Keitel, Emily Watson, Mary Louise Parker, Philip Seymour Hoffman. So really great cast there. Haven't watched this one yet though. Don't know much about this. I didn't know there was a prequel to Hannibal because I showed the other 3 Hannibal collection movies. Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal, and whatever the Manhunter, I think, or Maneater, Manhunter. I think it was Manhunter. But that set, I showed that already. And then I got Red Dragon. I didn't know there was a prequel to Silence of the Lambs. So we watched Silence of the Lambs and reviewed it. And I need to watch this one because this is the prequel. Let me know if you've seen that though, because I haven't. Red Sparrow, heard mixed things, picked it up. Haven't watched it. Don't know if it lives up to what I thought it was or not. Next is The Reliant. I haven't seen this. This is another like Christian movie. I have not seen this one though, so we'll have to watch that one. Remember the Titans, really good Disney movie. Denzel Washington, great movie, and I picked it up because it was Disney. Replicas, Keanu Reeves. Haven't seen this. This came out just recently, didn't it? Was it 18, 19? I think it was 19. I didn't even hear about this like when it was coming out or anything. I just saw it one day and I guess his wife and daughter get killed or something, so he tries to take their brains and put them into like AI or robots or something like that, or his brain gets taken out of something along those lines. Um, but yeah, it sounded interesting. Pick it up. Just haven't watched it yet. But it's Keanu Reeves, John Wick. Next is the Resident Evil collection. Haven't seen any of these. Never played any of the games or nothing. So, but this has Resident Evil, then Apocalypse, Extinction, and Afterlife. Never watched any of these. Don't know much about them. I mean, I know about them. Yeah. Next is Restricted Area, another one from the YouTuber that I watch. This is another movie he was in. And so I picked it up to watch it because of that. And it's like a horror type movie, but I haven't watched it yet. Next is The Resurrection of Gavin Stone. This was a good Christian movie. And Shawn Michaels is in it. So there's that. But really, really good movie. Check this one out if you haven't seen it. This next movie, I'm not a huge DiCaprio fan, but The Revenant was a great movie. He was definitely well deserved of his Oscar for this movie. He won Best Actor for this. Tom Hardy is in this. DiCaprio, just great performance in this movie. This movie was great. I love this movie, and if you haven't seen this, check it out. He definitely deserved his Oscar. I will say that. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of DiCaprio, but definitely well deserved for The Revenant. Next is a wrestling one. This is Rey Mysterio, The Biggest Little Man. This is a documentary set on some of the greatest matches of Rey Mysterio. Next is Rio and Rio 2, a 2-movie collection. Saw the first one. Have not seen the second one. I think this is owned by Disney now. Don't they own Blue Sky Studios now? So, yeah, I don't know much about the second one, but I do remember liking the first one. Rise of the Guardians. I had fun with this one. It's got like Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy, Sandman, Jack Frost. All those like mythical creatures or characters teaming up. So that was fun. I really enjoyed this movie though, and it's DreamWorks, so it goes good with that collection. And then the other copy of Rise of the Planet of the Apes, which I said I had, and I'd show you. I think for me, the order of these new Planet of the Apes movies goes Dawn, Rise, War, but still a good movie. I still really enjoyed this. Definitely a great start to the new trilogy of Planet of the Apes movies. And if they keep making more, I'd be okay with it. But definitely a great start. Great movie. If you haven't seen these new Planet of the Apes movies, definitely go check those out because they are great movies. Next is Risen. Haven't seen this. Seemed interesting. Picked it up. I think it's supposed to be about like Jesus and stuff like that. But I was just reading the back. But haven't seen this yet. Risky Business. Another one of those numbered Warner Brothers cases. I haven't seen it. Sorry. I know the classic scene, with the shirt and stuff, and he comes sliding in, but haven't seen Risky Business. Next is Riverdale, the first season. I bought this. I heard good things about the show. Wanted to watch it. Started watching this. Got bored out of my mind, and I haven't bought the rest of the season, or the rest of the show. I didn't care, but I'm not gonna get rid of that just yet. Who knows? Maybe I'll rewatch it and like it. Next is Roadhouse, another classic that I haven't seen that I probably should, but haven't seen this. Patrick Swayze. Next is Road Warrior. I got this in that set of random movies. Isn't this the prequel to Mad Max? I think so, or is part of the Mad Max franchise. I think it's the first one though, but haven't seen it. Haven't seen any of the Mad Max movies either. Next is Roadside. I got this at Dollar Tree. seemed interesting. It's kind of like a thriller type of thing, but haven't watched it yet. I might though because it did sound interesting. Um, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Haven't seen it. Kevin Costner, Alan Rickman. Another one of those Warner Brothers ones. I picked it up because of the slipcover. I've heard great things about it. I do want to check it out because I love Alan Rickman, but I haven't watched this yet. Robots. I remember having fun with this movie. This was a great movie about these robots that, like, just go on adventures and stuff. And Ewan McGregor, Halle Berry, Mel Brooks, Drew Carey, Robin Williams. Great cast. I haven't rewatched it in a while, but I have seen this. Really fun movie. This next one is a wrestling one. The Rock, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. This is some of the greatest matches with Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. For those of you that didn't know, he was a professional wrestler before he was an actor. I'm sure you knew that, though. Next is the Rocky collection. Rocky, Rocky 2, Rocky 3, 4, 5, and Rocky Balboa. I showed the Creed movies earlier in another part. Never seen any of the Rocky movies, not even the original. I mean, I know the gist of them, know the classic scene, where he goes up the steps and stuff, but never seen Rocky. Never really cared to, never got into this kind of stuff. Was never into boxing, so never really got into any of those. These next ones are, for a while here, is going to be wrestling stuff. I'm going to show off the Royal Rumbles, which is one of their events that they do every single year. And it is my favorite event. I have every single one. So just real quickly, they're all Royal Rumbles. I'll just show you the gist of them so that you know what they're about. So I have 4 of these cases like this, which each have so many years in them. So you have 88 to 92, 93 to 97, 98 to 2002, and then 2003 to 2007, and then another copy of 2007 because I bought this before I got those. 2008, 2009 on Steelbook just because I lost the original copy I had, so I rebought it and it was a Steelbook. 2010, 11, 12. I know most of you probably don't care, that's why I'm going through these pretty quick. 13, 14, 15, and when I say I have all of them, I do have all of them. 16, except this year's because it wasn't out yet. 17, 18, 19, 2020, and 2021. So I do have all the Royal Rumbles on DVD. So we have Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with this cool slipcover. Really good Christmas movie. Rudy, haven't seen this, heard it was really good, haven't checked it out yet. Run All Night and Unknown, 2 Liam Neeson movies, seen both of these. Unknown was a really good movie. Run All Night wasn't bad, but again, haven't seen a Liam Neeson movie I haven't liked. Well, Taken 3 kind of, but Unknown was really good. If you haven't seen these 2, check those out. This next one I got in that set of random movies. This is Sahara. Matthew McConaughey and Penelope Cruz are in it. Good for them. Don't know anything about this. This one I got at Dollar Tree. This is Saltwater, the Battle for Ramray Island. It's about a saltwater crocodile. Sounded cool. Picked it up. Haven't watched it. Next is the Sam Elliott collection. This has five movies: Prairie Fever, Pioneer Woman, Rugged Gold, Treasure State, and The Ranger, The Cook, and A Hole in the Sky. Never seen any of those, but I've seen some other stuff with Sam Elliott and wanted to check these out. I just haven't watched them yet. San Andreas. I really enjoyed this. About the San Andreas fault, and the fault line collapses, so stuff starts crashing down and falling and all kinds of stuff, and people get hurt and things. Really good disaster film with Dwayne Johnson. I really enjoyed that. Next is The Sandlot, classic baseball movie. Not a huge fan of baseball movies or baseball in general, but still really good classic movie. If you haven't seen that, definitely go check that one out. The Santa Claus, Tim Allen as Santa Claus. Really enjoy the first one. Didn't mind the second one. The third one, I don't have the other two yet on DVD, but this is a fun movie. Saving Mr. Banks, I haven't watched. I got this in the Disney Movie Rewards for a mystery DVD, so I kept it because it's a Disney movie, but I haven't watched it. Tom Hanks, Emma Thompson. Yeah, it's basically, I think it's the story of Walt Disney trying to get Mary Poppins to be a movie, or trying to create Mary Poppins because Disney, they didn't want him to, or something like that. Because it was based off a book or something, and he had to get the rights for it and stuff like that, and they were trying to stop him from making it, but I think that's what that's about. Saving Private Ryan, great movie. Matt Damon, Edward Burns, Tom Sizemore, Tom Hanks, great movie. Great war movie. Don't like many war movies, but that one was really good. Scarface, classic. Haven't seen it, but heard it's really good. I know it's a classic. I do need to watch this. Just haven't gotten around to it. Scary Movie 2, and Scary Movie 3. I've only seen the fourth one, and I don't even have it on DVD. So, I don't know. These are basically just like spoofs of other horror movies that they combine into other movies. So I thought they were great concepts, and I just haven't watched these three yet. Scoob. This is the newest Scooby-Doo movie. Wanted to see it, didn't. Still haven't. But I picked it up because I've always kind of liked Scooby-Doo. Speaking of Scooby-Doo, we have Scooby-Doo Return to Zombie Island, the original movie. Haven't seen this, but again, it's Scooby-Doo. And then Scooby-Doo Where Are You?, the complete first and second seasons. This is when I really got into Scooby-Doo. You know, I was watching this on TV and stuff on, what was it, Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon, whatever it was. I think it was Cartoon Network. So yeah, I picked those up, but I also had the Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo 2 2-pack somewhere. I don't know what the case is for it, but I do have it. The live action movies, I mean. Scream, great movie. I have a picture of Ghostface over there that way, and then I have a figure of Ghostface, and just a really great, one of my favorite thriller horror movies ever. Great movie. Really great movie. And then Scream 4. I don't have the two in between. Not that I don't care, because I do want to get the whole series, but these are the only two I've seen. This one wasn't bad. Everybody gives it hate, and I understand why. But not a bad movie, and I did see Scream 5, or just Scream, in theaters. I had fun with it. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I did, and I like that they brought back a lot of the original cast to help solve this one. I thought Scream 5 was great, and I'll definitely buy that on DVD next time I get to the store, because I think it's out, and if it's not, I'll buy it when it comes out. Sea Beast. This was another Dollar Tree one about like piranhas or something. Haven't watched it. Season of a Lifetime. Great football movie. Definitely check that one out. The second Jungle Book. This was basically Mowgli and Baloo. It's basically the story of both of them, like, together. Not that entertaining, but whatever. Secret Life of Pets. So the next one will start with Secret Life of Pets 2. I've seen this one, have not seen the second one, but really, really good movie, really fun, where it shows what pets do when their owners aren't around. So anyways, guys, there you go. That's it for part 4 of my updated DVD and Blu-ray collection. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you haven't already, go check out the first 3 parts of this, because these are in alphabetical order, so they should be easy to follow. So if there's certain ones that you want to see, just click on whichever one you want to see to. Just stay tuned for the next part or 2. I'll try to do it in one, but there might be 2, with the end of my updated DVD and Blu-ray collection, and I'll try to show if I pick up any more after this. I'll try to keep those updated and see what else. But stay tuned for what else we got going on this channel, guys. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know about any of these movies that you've seen that I haven't, or even ones that I did, and let me know what you thought of them. And remember, keep the scumbaggery at home, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Subscribe.